वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल स्टूडेंट्स। आज जो हम प्रेजेंटेशन का दौर शुरू करने वाले हैं उसमें जो सबसे पहले प्रेजेंटर हैं हमारे वो हैं सागर। देखते हैं सागर हमें क्या आज हमारे साथ डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, उनकी प्रेजेंटेशन कितनी इफेक्टिव होती है। चलिए बेटा सागर, नाउ यू कैन प्रोसीड विद योर प्रेजेंटेशन।
Yes, sir. Good morning to all of you. Myself Sagar and my topic name is Arrhenius concept of acid and base. First of all, we have discuss about acid and base. The concept of acid and base have been defined many times in different way. Several scientists put various definitions to characterize the acid and base, in which some of the concepts are quite narrow and some are comprehensive. Acid and base are existing everywhere in our daily life. Every liquid except water that we used having acid and base properties. For example, vinegar, which contain acetic acid, soft drinks, which contain carbonic acid, and buttermilk, which contain lactic acid. Soap contain bases. The earliest definitions were made on the basis of their salt and their effect on other substances. So first of all, we have discussed about acid. Acids are those substances which have sour in taste, sharp odor, corrosive in nature, having pH less than 7 and turn blue litmus to red. The neutralization reaction occur when acid react with alkali to form salt and water. The product are less acidic and basic than reactants. It react with metal, produce H2. For example, the reaction between sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid form sodium chloride and water as shown in the reaction. So base are the substances which have bitter in taste, odorless, turn red litmus to blue, having pH more than 7 and become less alkaline. When react with acid, they are violent and less reactive than acid. For example, sodium hydroxide, lithium hydroxide, and potassium hydroxide. Now we have discussed about Arrhenius acid-base theory. Arrhenius acid-base theory was proposed by Swedish Svante Arrhenius. It was first modern approach to acid-base concept. This theory is quite simple and useful. According to this theory, acids are the compound that increase the concentration of H positive or proton in aqueous solution. The release H positive ion and proton is not free floating proton. It existed in combined state with free molecule and form hydronium ion. The common example of Arrhenius acid include hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Next, there are some examples of the Arrhenius acid. For example, chloric acid, nitric acid, perchloric acid, phosphoric acid, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, and acetic acid. When it is dissolved in water, then they form a reaction. The acid like nitric acid and hydrochloric acid gives one proton on dissociation. They are known as monoprotic acid. But the acids like sulfuric acid and phosphoric acid, which having more than one hydrogen atom and give more than one H positive ion on dissociation, they are known as polyprotic acids. Similarly, Arrhenius bases are the compound that increase the concentration of OH negative and hydroxide ion in aqueous solution or having at least one OH negative ion formula. The common examples of the Arrhenius base are sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, and aluminium hydroxide. When sodium hydroxide dissolves in water, it fully dissociates into ions Na positive and OH negative. This dissociation increases the concentration of hydroxide ion in the solution. So there are some reactions of the Arrhenius bases. Now come to the neutralization reaction. When Arrhenius acid and Arrhenius base reacts, they form salt and water as a product. So this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. For example, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide form sodium chloride and water. The acid which are completely ionized means जो acid properly ionized हो जाए aqueous solution के अंदर, उनको हम strong acid बोलते हैं, जैसे कि hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Whereas जो acid weakly ionized होते हैं aqueous solution के अंदर, उनको हम weak acid बोलते हैं, जैसे कि acetic acid. Now there are some advantages of the Arrhenius acid-base theory. This theory explains many phenomena like strength of acid and base, the property of acid and base in aqueous medium, neutralization of acid by reaction of base. There are some limitations of the Arrhenius acid-base theory. First one is, this theory is very limited. According to this theory, the solution medium should be aqueous and acid should produce hydrogen ion and base should produce hydroxide ion on dissociation with water. Hence, the substance is regarded as Arrhenius acid or Arrhenius base when it is dissolved in water. For example, nitric acid regarded as Arrhenius acid when it is dissolved in aqueous solution, but when it is dissolved in any solvent like benzene, no dissociation occur. So this is against the Arrhenius theory. Next point, Arrhenius theory is not applicable on non-aqueous or gaseous reaction because it explains the acid-base behavior in terms of aqueous solution only. Arrhenius theory is only applicable to those compounds which having the formula HA or BOH for acid and base. For example, acids like aluminium chloride, copper sulfate, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, which cannot be represented by HA formula. So this theory is unable to explain their acidic behavior. Similarly, there are some bases like sodium carbonate, ammonia, which do not represent by BOH formula. This theory is unable to explain their basic behavior. So, thank you and have a good day.